supernatural like Randy Newman's You Got a Friend in Me, right? Who made that? Who made that video? Really? Didn't show up, did you?
Sorry, I was having technical difficulties.
Yes, you are.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hello.
That's all right.
There we are. You're on all today, aren't you? It's a rough start, slow start. Where is they?
I'm
right here.
Hey, we have some surprise, but we have something that we want to point out. It'll come in. We have some people that work on the crew of Supernatural here. They're trying to be incognito, but I'm trying to point them out, so I can't see. Where are they? Over there.
Where?
Yeah, turn those lights on.
Show yourself.
Yeah. Brad, give it up for our A camera operator, our key maker. So, we give a shout out to them. Anyways, I can see y'all.
Brad is the brunt of most of the pranks pulled on set.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's also my photo double with the same hair. And Jules keeps us pretty when we actually look like this. So.
Yep, that's true.
All right. Well, without further ado, welcome, guys. Who was the first timers? Who was it? Awesome. Welcome. I hope it's been fun. I hope we've had a good time. Sorry about Sebastian. Misha. But just kidding. Welcome, guys. And now, let's, without further ado, I see a very pretty little girl that probably gonna yell at me. Hi. What's your name? Hi, I'm Jared. Yeah, the microphones are kind of funny over there.
For those of you good here, she said, what do we do when we're not doing our movies?
That's a great question. For me, we spend a lot of time working on Supernatural, so when I'm not working on Supernatural, I try and spend my time with my wife, Jen. Yeah, Mr. Jensen. Beat that.
Yeah, thanks. Well, that's a given. We like to sleep a lot.
And do our homework. And go to bed early. You owe me.
And brush your teeth all the time.
Take out the garbage. Thank you so much.
All right, hi.
First off, I just want to say thank you again for Wednesday night. I will remember that moment forever.
Sweet. Who else was there? Who joined us on Wednesday? Y'all been immortalized, so now we have the footage and we're seeing what to do with it.
Yeah, we turned the camera on the small crowd of...
He turned the camera. Where did the camera go?
Yeah, actually Brad turned the camera.
Yeah.
Is this mic's making weird noises in it?
Yeah.
Hello. Of course, now it's fine. Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah.
That's it? That's all?
No, actually, I just want to know what episode of Supernatural that you shot, like, kind of related to you. For me, it was AgtSpooky special, when Sam and Dean, like, first Sam was getting picked on, and then at the end, like, Dean kind of felt like an outcast. Like, in school, I was a complete outcast, so I related to that episode. Is there an episode of Supernatural that you shot that you can kind of relate to?
Probably, for me, it was probably the one where I played Whisper.
That makes sense.
It's a question. Something could be fun. Some thoughts you mind?
I don't know. There's been a few.
There have been a few episodes. You know, for me, not so much an episode. It's just sort of a general feeling. I mean, I always kind of tease how I am a younger brother. Jared is a younger brother, and Sam is also a younger brother. So there was a part where the show started. I felt like, okay, there's a basic. Like I know what it's like to kind of idolize your older brother and want to be yourself, and want to have your own mark, you know, but still kind of respect and love family. And that's kind of permeated throughout the seasons. But in general, you know what? This was just re-brought to my attention today. Thank you. But there was a line at the end of last season where Hell Sam is talking to non-Hell Sam. He says, "Why? Why do you have to know?" And Sam says to Hell Sam, "Well, if you know me, then you know why. I'm not leaving him out there alone." So I think that sense of camaraderie is probably something very important. Yeah.
I was just going to say the Western episode.
I got a Western duck just for you in the whole outfit.
Yeah. Cowboy. Sign me up any day.
We all.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just noticed. We have to point one more thing out. Supernatural God, the true supernatural God, just walked in the room. His name is Sarah. Let him Sarah. Can everybody please give him a round of applause? He quite literally is the glue is so responsible for everything you see. So we all love that.
We consider him the Iron Man of Supernatural.
He is.
He's his tireless efforts, and he works constantly, and he's a consummate professional, and he's just the talent is endless with him. So.
And he dodges bullets.
And he has never done the first mistake. Yeah, notice that he didn't get killed.
Yes.
Exactly. Anyway, so
He's our Jedi.
he is our Jedi. Thanks, Sarah.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
My question is for Jensen.
Sounds like a stupid question. What do you think about Jared?
Stupid.
My question is, I'm a director. Well,
Do you have a tambourine in your
it's not me.
Yeah, these mics are bad. Bad mics.
Bad mics.
Go ahead. Wait, don't use the mic. Just.
Okay. I'm a director, and I was just wondering, from your point of view, like when you're reading the script and writing your shot list, do you visualize in your head like the edits that you think would happen with the angles?
Yes. The easy answer is yes. It's I kind of when I'm reading the script.
Do you have a tambourine in
Yes.
yourself?
Yes. When I read the script, it's I do kind of try to visualize how I want to watch it, and then I think about the shots that I would need to accomplish that, and write those down, and then try to come up with the proper shots to make it happen. And then that's when I go over to Sarah's and I'm like, so what do you think? Then judging on his nod of approval is whether or not we do it. But it's yeah, it is. It's kind of like reading and watching it at the same time, and then remembering how I'm seeing it, and then trying to accomplish that with the shot list.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Wow.
Wow. So, my question is for both of you. How do you feel about the way you are shown in the show as being very masculine men, but then...
We agree.
I don't know what's standing up.
And then you are
As the characters, right? You're saying the characters can do some not so manly things sometimes. I think that's just a way to kind of, you know, it adds layers to the character. You know, you don't want to see, like, that's one thing I love about the comedic side of theme, is because if you got a guy that's always grouchy and grumpy and you never see a lighter side, you know, it's one color. So the more colors you can paint a character, the more interesting I think they are.
Yeah, I agree. Also, I think we've had so many episodes now. We're on 131 or something. Thanks, guys. 131. No, but we've had so many episodes that the writers have given us a lot of fleshy, meaty scenes to sink our teeth into, to show that these people exist, that Sam and Dean aren't just, bash down the door and shoot and leave, but that they think and they feel and they have hearts. And there's a great quote, I don't know who said it, but it was something to the effect, if you want to make them cry, you have to make them laugh. Which is the idea that you gotta, if someone's just mean all the time, rough all the time, then it's like, well, what's under that? That becomes uninteresting, because you're like, I see who you want me to think you are, but who are you? So you have to kind of get both sides. So that's what I think.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Hello. This is a question for both of you guys. A couple weeks ago, you were filming on Columbia Street.
That's not a question.
Well, and
Yes.
Me, my friend, and my dad went to go watch you guys, and Jared looked kind of shocked that there was so many people there. So
Yeah.
I was wondering if it happened to you guys a lot, if you have people watching you quite a bit.
Come here. It's weird. I think it's a strange profession. To start, what I think you're asking, I hope I'm answering the question you've asked. It's strange in that it requires, to do the job properly, I feel like it requires a really laser-like focus. And so often, I love my family, but I don't even invite them to set really. If they want to come visit, obviously they can come to set, but it's not like, hey guys. And so it's very when even between cut and action, so when we're not filming, you have to maintain a certain focus. If you start going off in La La Land, then you lose track, and so it takes you out sometimes. And we'll be with Jules getting our makeup done, reading through the lines and practicing what's going to happen, and then you imagine how you're in the scene, and you emote with your buddy, and then you get there like, oh wow, yeah, we're making a TV show. You have to. It's this weird flip world you live in where you have to forget you're making a TV show because it has to be true to you. So it has to be real for Jared and Jensen and Sam and Dean. But sometimes it's not real when we see people you're like, oh wait, we're making a TV show. Oh, okay, we gotta get back to work. But it's really flattering, obviously. But I don't know, we shoot a lot of interiors lately, so obviously not that.
A lot of it's location dependent too. We're downtown shooting, generally draw more of a crowd, as opposed to we're out, the boonies somewhere shooting and there's no one there.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. As many people here know, and some may not, there was a very unfortunate riot in Vancouver back in June. And I was curious what your reaction was when you found out.
I got a 60-inch flat screen. Works great.
Any excuse to bring stuff?
No, we weren't here.
I was in Texas.
For that, but it's scary. Knowing, having been here for the better part of a decade, and knowing and working with a lot of the people who are from here, it definitely painted this town in a really bad color, and it's not. It was really sad for me to see because this town is actually an amazing place. The people are amazing.
Yeah.
The place is beautiful. And I remember talking to a few of the group people, and they were just really upset that happened because this isn't that kind of town.
It's
So-
not. A few bad apples. I mean, it came out after the fact. There were people who were driving in and they had, you know,
They were planning on doing
they had
it
gasoline
regardless.
cans. So there were a few jerks, and there are jerks everywhere. In the best city in the world, there are jerks. You know, so just a few jerks gave a lot of people a bad name. That's really unfortunate. Because the city, like Jensen said, it's not like that at all. And I'm upset that it got painted in that light. You know, it's a very fun competitive city. You know, and people love their hockey. Like in Texas, they love their football.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Ice skating with the
Ice
stick.
skating with a stick thing? I'm just kidding.
I always go for Ryan Boitano's team. No, it was unfortunate. I mean, I think the damage has been done, and now there are more important things, but I wish it hadn't happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi guys. So first of all, just you guys are so awesome. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So,
You meant that to me or to? I'll take that one.
Thanks for making
That's fine.
Jared, thanks for making up that phrase that you guys A thing last year. Now like lots of people.
Use guys, eh?
Yeah. Now we're using that a lot.
Use
so-
guys, eh? Yeah. That's all use guys, eh?
I don't want to know.
Yeah. So my question was just like for last year, Misha's birthday thing that you
Who?
did. That you texted him like just like happy birthday thing. I was wondering, did you guys do like any fun pranks or anything for his birthday too?
Oh yeah. No, you know what? I was sweet this year. Now that he has a little baby and he's not sleeping a whole lot. I actually was on the way home from work and it was a Friday. It was Friday night and then Saturday was his birthday or something. And I looked at the clock and I was like, oh, it's Misha's birthday. Whatever. I'm gonna text him. And so I was like, hey dude, unless I'm mistaken, I think it's your birthday. So happy birthday. If not, go back to sleep. And then when I woke up the next morning, it's probably 1 a.m. or something on the way home. On the way, when I got up the next morning, he had a text message back. He was like, man, that sucks. It is my birthday, but you're the first person to text me. So I replied to the effect that you must not have very many friends or something. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about. Did he used to be on the show?
I think so. Rumor is.
He didn't really mention it because he was kind of distracted by the blow up stuff yesterday. So.
Yeah, well, I saw the post up.
Yeah, where's the blow up?
It's
Oh, that's right. No knives.
Where's the blow up?
they're
I wanted to kill it.
Yes, yes, knives.
All
being
right.
drenched in bleach after. After Sebastian got old.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Uh,
Hi, actually my question is for Jared. No offense.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, good luck.
Jared, the day you arrived back
On camera.
the day you arrived back in Vancouver,
I'm listening.
you tweeted so much for the warm welcome back to Vancouver. A lot of us are wondering what happened and made you feel uncomfortable.
I got a little. Get comfortable. I just got. I spent some time. I got pulled over in customs and immigration, and it was happening over and over again. And I was looking, and a lot of the guys and gals I know, like I see all the time. Hey, Bill. Well, exactly. I got a Nexus card, but even with the Nexus card, I pulled aside. I was like, oh man, it's just one of those unfortunate. And then you wait over there. And I think some people had some trouble this time too. And I get it. I mean, I'm happy to be safe, and I understand high insecurity risks. But I was like, here I am. Like, I've been coming in and out for 7 years. I wear makeup for a living. Like, I'm not a dangerous guy. So it was unfortunate, and I don't envy them their jobs, having to keep a country safe. But I felt like I was getting a little bullied on, so I needed my tweet family to send me some love, which y'all did, so thank you. So I wasn't feeling the warm love there in the cold, gray, steel room where I was like, I don't think I've done anything illegal, but y'all reminded me that I was welcome, so thanks. I had a weak moment. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you. like Twitter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, quiet.
Hi, this is for both of you. When you moved from Texas to Hollywood and you started getting acting jobs, what acting job made you think, wow, I can really probably make a living at this? And
When I was on Days of Our Lives.
funny, I don't remember.
So weird.
And the second part is, when you felt like you were, secure enough to blow some money on something frivolous, what did you blow it on to, like, your first big job?
You go. I'll start. That's a cool question. I still, Kim Manners used to have the saying. He said it feels like there's this secret club and someone's giving me a key. Like, I still am surprised that I'm not surprised. I get it. I understand, and I've been able to make my living for 11 years, 12 years, whatever, in this business, which is fantastic. But I'm still pretty amazed. What job? I guess for me it would have been Gilmore Girls, because that was a lot of fun. And they kept on asking me for more and more in society, because it was supposed to be 4 episodes, and then I was off to the wolves. But they were like, hey, I kind of like that guy. Like, can we do 2 more? Can we do 3 more? Will you stay for the rest of the season? And I was like, and then, what did I splurge on? I probably bought a TV. I think I bought a TV. Yeah. I got the TV so I could play like Nintendo. And back in the days where it was like the size of a stage for a 20-inch television, the box was the size of a small can. So that was probably me. Yeah.
I actually, it was Days of Our Lives. And it wasn't because, this is going to take a while. It wasn't necessarily because,
I'm not scared of Vancouver, I'm scared of Canada. Dean versus Duck. Dean wins.
I didn't expect them to come up behind me like that. It was just a knee-jerk reaction. Years of training. So I'm not responsible.
You're home.
Drink.
I didn't hear the safe word. It smelled like Sebastian.
You might want to wash your knife. Sorry. It's the Days of Our Lives.
Okay, anyway, I'm back. So, yes, Days of Our Lives. It wasn't necessarily because I was all of a sudden doing something and I'm like, oh, I can really do this. It was because I signed a 3-year contract. I wouldn't be doing anything else for the next 3 years. And that was right about the time that if I hadn't got that show, I was actually going to move back home and go to college. But I actually put it all, I hinged it all on that audition. I'm like, all right, if I get this show, then I'll stick around, and obviously I'll have to, because I'll have a 3-year contract. But if I don't, I think I'm going to go back home. And I got it. So, and then got on set, and Deidre Hall was, who played my mother on the show, she sat me down and she was like, know your lines, and and stay out of my light. And I was like, whoa, like, she's gonna be mean. And
It's her light, what is she talking about?
and I did just that, and then about a year later, she sat me down and she was like, you're gonna go someplace, kid. And when they asked me to resign after 3 years, she's like, I will not let you. She's like, because you're gonna go places. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe I am gonna be doing this for a while. And then I think my first big purchase was I got a new truck.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi.
Hi.
I have a question for your growth. In the episode 2.5 Men, you have had a lot of scenes with babies. How was it?
You have more than I do.
Yeah. It's interesting when when you're working with a baby, you just kind of have to go with the flow. You know, like if it starts crying, you got to react accordingly. If it's laughing, you got to react accordingly because you can't direct the baby. So it's unless his name is Jared. Large baby. So yeah, you just kind of have to, it's a lot of it depends on what they're doing. I mean, we had a few of them on set. So if one was like super upset, we'd take him off and bring another one on. Try to get one that was, doing what we needed to do. It definitely made it interesting. Yeah.
One baby finally was like Zen master baby.
Oh yeah, like couldn't have been happier just being handled by tons of strangers and under hot lights. It was just like. So we were with them for a while. It worked out nice.
And also, what was it?
That's the car seat baby?
It was.
It was.
In fact,
It was the second, but it was the second car seat baby because
the first one was, we had one in there, and I think it was a little girl. She was just screaming like bloody murder. And we were supposed to have like a dialogue scene, and I was like, well, this obviously isn't going to work. And so then they switched it out for this. It was a little boy. The second one, he was like incredible. In fact, I think he just went to sleep. But we were actually driving in the car. No, we were on across the trailer, yeah. So we were being dragged, but Jared and I were in the car, but we couldn't get out because we were actually moving like a moving vehicle. And so I'm back there stuck with this baby for like an hour because they got to do the scene and they got to turn it all around, come all the way back, start over again. And I did give it a rescue, right? Yeah, I did. He was not happy. But I made a little tent over him because it was really hot. The sun was shining down, so I put a little tent over him to keep him cool. Yeah.
I remember there was a scene where I think it was in the grocery store, a crying baby is supposed to go and also stop crying. I guess crying babies don't usually do that. And so it was like, okay, we have this baby that cries a lot, that's a really quiet one, so we're going to do like the old bait and switch, where this baby that's crying, she goes, let me see the little baby. And then we hand it to her, but we had to hand it to her baby that was the non-cry baby. It was cool.
There you go.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, my question is for both of you. It relates to Misha's random acts of kindness. I was wondering if you can remember the most memorable random act of kindness bestowed on you or that you've done to someone else.
That's going to be a thing in my life. Or today.
It's actually a friend's question that didn't get to ask you when she saw you last time. I was on her behalf.
That's a good question.
Yeah,
I don't know.
What? Are you shouting out ideas?
Say something about like, I'm certain it happened. My mind is not there right now, but I'll have to think about that. I'll swing with that in my brain.
Get back to me in the autograph session.
Yeah, we'll think about that in the next little bit. Slashing the duck?
Slashing the duck, it was very gratifying. Oh yeah.
Hi. Since Supernatural has such an intense family dynamic as a theme, what do you find was the most either intense or emotional scene you had to film as acting as brothers?
There have been a few. We haven't had one in a while though.
We haven't. I know the most, the one time part.
You really got upset for that though. I mean, like I was upset for it.
Was hell, the hell speech, remember?
Yeah.
They walk off.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the side of the road when Dean was telling Sam about what it was like in hell. That was really tough. I'd walk that one off. Because it's, you know, when they yell cut, your body still thinks that you're emotional. You know, that's the weird thing with getting emotional on camera is that your mind knows that it's not real, but you told your body that it is. So your body is still reacting. And it's like, once the tears start coming, you can't, you know, it's not like a...
The body is, you know, there's a cool book, if anybody's looking for a book, there's a book called Stumbling on the Happiness. I don't know if anybody's read it, it doesn't sound like it. So I'll just explain it. But it's called Stumbling on the Happiness, and it talks about how, literally, the physiology of the brain, there's no such thing as a fake emotion. If you feel sad, when you start to feel sad and drop, you're really sad and crying. So when someone says something, I'm like, well, how can they be happy? They don't have what I have. How can they be sad? They've got $100 million. Like, why is someone committing suicide? It's $1 billion. So, but the point is that they are, for whatever reason, there's not something like money equals happiness. It's not true. And lack of money equals unhappiness. It's not true. So on that note, when your body starts going in a certain direction, when as an actor you go to a place that makes you sad, sometimes your body doesn't know the difference, essentially. It truly doesn't. It's impossible to fake an emotion. You can fake an emotion, but if you're actually sad, then you're actually sad. And the one time, I do remember, there was one, and Bob Singer was directing it, and it was Crow Tone. And for whatever reason, when I'm telling him, go, let me die, for whatever reason, Jared's emotions got the best of me, and I was going berserk. I was just weeping, like for no reason. And Bob was like, Bob, let me do the take. And then he pulled me aside, and he's like, hey man, he's like, hey, that was great. Like, that was obviously, like, you did a great job. Great, but really pulled that in. And he was totally right, because for the scene, in the grand scheme of things, like who Sam Winchester is, who the character was, and I didn't want to get that sad. It's not like I wanted to all of a sudden break out crying, but the first couple of takes, I was just weeping. Like I had to go away, and seriously, it made no sense. So I know that for me.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi y'all, how you doing?
Hi y'all. These guys.
I have a question I asked Misha yesterday, and I saw a picture of Jared last season on set of this.
Whoa! What?
A huge book, and I just wonder who is your favorite author and what is your favorite book? I've never heard anybody ask that before.
Both of ours?
Yeah.
I guess the last time I really had a favorite book, I'll just go with that for a while, was Gatsby. And then it went to Fountainhead, it was my favorite book for a long time. And right now, there's an author that I simply love, named John Krakauer. Whatever he writes, I'll read. He wrote In the Thin Air, Into the Wild, Where Men Live in Glory, I Have Dreams, Under the Banner of Heaven. So John Krakauer is something that I very enjoy reading.
Yes. Yeah, you don't want to ask me that question. I'm reading a book right now about the Dallas Cowboys, so.
So kind of you win.
Misha's favorite was the Dr. Seuss book, so.
Dr. Seuss?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like The Art of War or something deep, and that it was Dr. Seuss.
Curious George.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
So this question's for both of you. You guys have both done voiceover work for animated or video games. Do you guys like doing it, and what do you like doing it? Or why do you like doing it?
Well, I don't know. I've always
You've done a lot more than I have.
Yeah, that's what my dad does for a living. He does a lot of like voiceover work. He has a studio in his house. I mean, like he can wake up and throw his bathrobe on and grab his cup of coffee and step into the closet and go to work. So I envy that. So I've always kind of been around it, and it was, it seemed like something that would be easy for me to kind of fall into. It's surprisingly not though. The voiceover community, voiceover actors is a very kind of tight group, and it's hard to break in there. So I was very excited when I got the opportunity to do the Red Hood and to do video games. And it's different with the anime. That was a totally different beast because it was already done. The animation was already done
in Japanese.
In Japanese, and so we had to sync up with the movement of the mouth that has already been done in English. And you know, sometimes it takes more words in English to describe something than it does in Japanese. So we're having to like consolidate that sentence into something very quickly to get the point across. So that was a whole different kind of beast as opposed to doing Batman of the Red Hood, where you do all the voiceover work and then they animate to your voice. Yeah.
It's difficult. It's fun. It is very difficult to. I think as I would enjoy a movie better muted watching it than hearing it and not seeing it. Like I think as an actor, it's all here. Like you don't have to say anything. That's why Chaplin is great. Like the acting, it's everything. It's how you move, how you stand, how you sit, how you walk. If you smile, if the smile's fake. And so to try and really convey emotions purely using your voice, it's very difficult. It really is. I was really surprised. It's like, talk all the time. I can't shut up. And I got in that. I'm talking. Give me a second. No, but you get in there and you're like, man, this is really. I read the words that I'm saying, and then just the logistics of it. Sometimes I was talking earlier about this. But there was one time I remember specifically. There were four sentences. It was like, Dean, blah, blah, called. I think we should go check this out. It's down the road by blah, blah, blah. We have until 3. It was 4 random, like, easy sentences. It wasn't something hard to say. But when I was supposed to say it, I started saying it, and then all of a sudden, his mouth started moving on the cartoon. And I was like, well, how am I supposed to have time to say all these things, you know? Damn it, go again. Gosh, I can't. So that was tough. Difficult, but fun.
Consider doing it again.
Totally, I will. Yeah. Thank you.
I was just wondering, who is the faster runner between you two? We've heard Jensen's sort of fast runner, but Jared has long legs. But that's not my question. That's not my question. I'm just curious if you want an answer, and I'd love to hear the answer. My question is, demon smoke. We all know that is all CGI, but what I'm curious to know about is the logistics of it. Because sometimes demons, when they are exercised, it's really short. Like when Lisa was exercised, it was like 2 seconds and then she was on the floor and that was it. But there are other times where the demon smoke it takes several seconds, it goes up on there, swirls up around and it takes a long time. So I'm wondering, is something like that in the script? Is that the director's discretion? How long it is? Is that written in the script? How long it is? How that is done logistically?
It's probably is Ivan here? Ivan?
Chris? No.
Ivan. I would say it's probably more up to like the director's discretion. And Brad, you can probably help us out with this, or Serge. What do you think?
Well, it's scripted.
It's always scripted.
But the length of
the smoke and
also, if somebody's just standing there with their mouth open, screaming, looking kind of stupid.
Which thing you want set? I mean, there's no smoke. We're not seeing, so we're just seeing this.
So is somebody counting? Stop at that time and that kind of thing, or?
No, just generally say like, give us a few beats, right? Isn't that kind of what they say, like to give a few beats and then do we play that? Brad?
No.
We don't play it.
Unless we follow the smoke up.
Unless we follow it up, and then we gotta play it. Playing it is like getting still frames for Ivan to work his magic and stuff.
And it was very wonderful that Dean finally learned how to memorize the exorcism.
Are you talking about the last season with Cindy?
Yeah.
That was not easy.
I can do it.
Because good for you. We just had a.
It's pretty easy.
We just had a guest star. We just had a guest star come on, and she had to memorize. Yeah, it was like Romanian and say a spell in Romanian. And she was like, "Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. I can't do that." I'm like, "Yeah, don't talk to me." I had 2 full pages of laughing. She was like, "Uh-oh." So it's, yeah, when I see that in the script, I'm not excited. He's much better. You studied Latin. You took it in school. Yeah, you took it. So he's, whenever I have a word that I'm not quite sure, I'll just, Jared, say this real quick. And so.
Ixnay. That's not Latin. That's just word.
But, well, good. I'm glad that paid off.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
So I think in the show it's really established that Dean can't really have writing art because they have way after and same for Sam, sorry. Same for Sam.
No, that's good.
For both of them it seems like they're never gonna live that life with the wife and the house and the kids. So in your opinion, what do you think Sam's idea of like a happily ever after would be?
I don't think there's a happy ever for these 2 guys. You know, obviously Dean tried the domestic life, and that we realized that was never ever going to work, no matter how much he wanted it. I think Sam's kind of in the same boat. I think once we've gone, you know, when you've gone to the places that Sam and Dean have gone to, there's no coming back from that. So I would say, I don't know, best case scenario for happily ever after is probably just going out with a bang.
Yeah. Going out with a bang. Guns blazing.
Together.
Blazing and dying.
Is what I'm saying. Best case scenario, they die.
Quickly and easily.
Yeah.
Halfway through season 7.
Oh, what? You want us coming back in 10 years to do a movie that tanks? What are you talking about?
Hi. So, guys, we know you're all about fitness and exercise, and we have seen Jensen in his little red shorts and his sweatband pictures. So I'm just wondering.
My screensaver on my phone.
I'm just wondering if you could extend that for us into a fitness video.
That'll be my directorial debut. Is what all right, Jensen, more squats.
You want the coach outfit doing a 1980s Jane Fonda workout video? Yeah. Jim, we can make that happen, right? Jim Michaels, ladies and gentlemen. No. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. So I actually wrote my question out because you guys forget. Setting and developing the characters is a joint effort between the writers and actors to interpret the scripts. Obviously, so Sam and Dean are written like as more like role-very mature now as they were in the first season. But as far as like the creative freedom you guys have in portraying the character and like your acting decisions and body language and stuff like that, how has that changed to reflect like Sam and Dean's experiences?
Well, I would say that the collaboration between what we do on set and what the writers write was really heavily established early on. You know, they would see Jared or I do something with the character, and then they would start to write towards that. So it was kind of, you know, there were several different steps in shaping these characters, and I think just as we've just gotten older, we've started not only, you know, maturing as individuals, but we've been maturing as actors, and I think those characters also, because of what they've been through, are starting to mature, have matured and have come a long way. So I think that not only is reflected in the writing, but it is reflected in portrayal that we get on screen as well.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jensen.
I'll take that one. Hi.
Hello. As you know, you sent out a Twitter to all the Supernatural fans to send you guys ducks.
Yes.
Well,
I'm aware of what you're talking about.
We brought you ducks from the zombie apocalypse. Don't worry, we stopped it. But some are infected and some survived.
Oh, really? All right, well, Cliffy, you know what to do with those. Don't let him near Jensen, because he'll stab them. We have a convicted killer up here. Well, thank you, guys. The zombie apocalypse. There was a zombie apocalypse?
Yes, for ducks.
Yes, for ducks.
I didn't know that.
I wish I'd gotten them all. Those stupid ducks.
I'll get them then.
Hand them over to the man responsible.
Was there a question?
Yes, there is a question.
Okay.
On a scale of 1 to torrentially raining on my face, how heartbreaking will season 7 be, do you figure?
Jared?
Oh, yeah, you took the last one. You know what? I don't know. I think we all are optimistic about the season 8. So season 7. If y'all keep doing y'all's job, we'll keep doing our job, and we'll see you guys here next year talk about season 8. But I think you know, there's never been a season Sam's crying, so we'll certainly have some drama this year. But I think we're all hoping to push it off until 8. So fingers crossed. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Who would you like us to beat up for sending a question?
Huh?
Just kidding.
Was there a scene or a moment that like somebody else had to do, maybe like either one of you, that the other person that made you go, I'm glad that's not me?
Plenty.
Yeah.
There have been plenty of scenes.
The one with the Japanese game show?
I'm glad I answered that question properly.
I don't think we've ever told them. That was Sam's line, and I was like, no, Dean would do this better. Watch Shinji channels. Yeah, the genital herpes commercial was interesting. And people have now edited it to where it's not clear that it's a joke. It's kind of like a standalone.
That sucks. Yeah, basically anytime that something bad happens to either one of us, the other person's glad it's not done. Yeah, thanks. Hi.
I have 2 questions, one for each of you. For Jared, you did an interview at Comic-Con about your Star Wars and you wrote that collection and all that stuff. I wanted to know what's your favorite Star Wars book?
Star Wars book? Timothy Zahn.
Oh yeah, woo!
Me too. And for Jensen, the letter that Dean wrote in 518. So basically, sorry, I'm blanking on titles. Point of no return, thank you.
Oh yeah.
Dean's big suicide note. Did you? I know.
Suicide note?
Yeah.
Where was I?
Did I?
You're gonna go say yes to Michael.
That's right.
He had to write a letter. You wrote a note, put it in the box. Obviously, you were writing the note, but we wanted to know if it was completely the note, what to say on it was in the script, or if you kind of made it up.
I have no idea what any. No, I'm just. Was it in the script? Anybody over there remember whether it was in the script? No? Thanks a lot. I think it was. I think there was something written down that our props gave me just a copy. I don't remember what it said. Yeah. Sorry. It's all one big episode to me. Some things I remember, some things I don't. Thank you. Hi.
I'm from Japan. We are very grateful that many people around the world send us prayer and donations. Now Misha is recovered from the disaster. So please give us your message to your fans in Japan.
Misha sent the message? Is that right? Did he really? Oh, he totally showed us. Misha. Now we have to live up to that. We are very, very, very grateful for our family out in Japan and our Japanese fans. And hoping to get out there. And as we all know, they went through a really difficult time in the past year. And they actually right during the anime, they talked to us about recording something alongside with the anime that's so big in Japan. And we recorded a few things to send to make sure that y'all know how much we appreciate your support out there. So thank you. We'll work hard on making sure y'all guys know. Thanks, guys.
Which Dallas Cowboys book are you reading?
It's about the. It's about. It's about. And it's the glory days in the '90s, and it's about like basically everything that happened behind the scenes with the party, Michael Earth, and all that kind of stuff. Just kind of they were like rock stars.
Yeah. Go back and have you read the Hollywood Henderson autobiography?
The which one?
Hollywood Henderson.
No.
Read his autobiography.
Yeah. All right.
I was wondering if you were reading that one.
No.
Okay, so the actual question is, everybody has a weird food quirk, something they do that everyone else goes, oh, okay. What are your food quirks?
Something that I eat that's weird, or something that I hate?
Either you eat or you do with your food, like a weird food ritual or a weird food everybody has one.
I put peanut butter on my pancakes.
Weird? Pretty weird.
I'm weirder. I want you to say you eat chalk.
I eat a lot of canned tuna. Yeah, which,
that's not weird.
I eat chalk. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I eat a lot of candy.
Something weird. I know I've got something. You eat anything. So.
Yeah, it doesn't all seem weird to me.
Just like a disposal. And you're gonna know this.
Oh, you know what? This is, I don't know if this is weird, but we have, every now and then we have, if they're like coconut shrimp, every now and then on set, they'll serve coconut shrimp. And then maybe this is weird, but sometimes the tail is covered in the fried stuff too, so I eat tail. It's not weird, right? I'm not gonna bite it, because it's fried anyways. If you fry the microphone, I eat it. I did. Jen was watching Paula Dean.
No, she wasn't. You were.
Point being, we ended up with a deep fryer at our house, and I deep fried a Kit Kat bar.
There you go.
I also deep fried a cupcake. far away from me.
Reduce your television privileges.
Reduce my television privileges and my
You know what they're doing at the State Fair of Texas? Deep fried butter.
They did it in Wisconsin first.
Don't mess with Texas. We will deep fry anything.
Deep fried Kool-Aid too.
Deep fried Kool-Aid, deep fried ice cream, deep fried Coke.
All right, apparently you've heard of this. They all want to hear you say you eat chalk.
I saw, you know, there's a show. It's I don't know. It's just about it's about weird people. I guess it was supernatural. Yeah. No, it was like these weird habits and this.
My strange addiction.
What? Strange addiction. My strange addiction. Yes.
This woman ate foam, like foam from couches and stuff. She moved to eating her bra. Wait. Like 7 couches in her
She gave it up.
She gave it up for a week, and then started eating chairs. Her bra.
Wait. Was it deep fried?
Jared's like, I'll eat it.
Jared, if you want, you fry that thing right up.
Hi.
I have 2 questions. One, Richard asked on Twitter if someone would ask Jared what's his real name.
Daniel Trask. There it is, he's right there. Trask right there. Richard.
He's sitting right there. Richard.
And told me that he had a different real name, and it made me cry. So my real name is Daniel Trask. If I chose Jared Padalecki as my fake name,
yeah,
because it's so easy to say and stuff, then I'd have issues worse than I do that. Jared Tristan Padalecki. That's legit.
Okay, next.
The second question was, what's the most awkward thing that happened on set? Either.
Ooh, that was
Having to see Jensen in that outfit where he's the gym teacher right now.
The most awkward thing on set. My first scene with Misha was pretty weird. Is he really gonna talk like that?
It really was. Misha thought it was a joke, but at first it was like, hey, how's the new guy? And Jensen, he was like, he's nice. He's strange. Because Misha wasn't real sure yet of how we were, whether we were like jerk, whatever. And he was kind of getting like remaining in character. And so Jensen and I are walking from stage 3 to our trailers, which is about a 100-foot walk. And so we're kind of walking. And I'm like, how's the thing? He's like, he's good. He's right there. Did that awkward like. Once it was
I think there was a slight bow.
I was kidding, but it's legit. Like he's nice. He talks funny.
You know, I know I've told this story before, but I just love it so much. When it was the monster movie episode, the black and white episode, I was dressed in full traditional lederhosen. And Todd Stashwick, who was playing Dracula, was in full Dracula and the white
makeup and the whole thing, and I'm strapped to some giant wooden table looking like Hansel. And he just walks up to me and he's like, he looks at himself and he looks at me and he goes, "We're grown men."
Yeah. Is that it? No, come on. Come on. What? Just stick stuff.
Dance, monkey! I think that's legitimately it, guys. We can't carry over, we have to leave the stage. So once again, thank you everybody.